so this is the Revel Rover, Revel's gravel bike. As you might know, Revel merged with Y Bikes, and they've got some awesome new titanium options, but this is the carbon fiber one. So this bike with the GRX kit comes spec'd with Revel's new recycled wheels, carbon fiber. Super fun, stiff, but comfortable. I've been pounding this bike into dust on mountain bike trails, on the road, and honestly on more mountain bike trails. This is actually the first flat gravel ride I've done in a while on this thing, but super impressed with the feel. Usually on bikes like this, they're stiff and they feel like they're beating you up a bit, right? Even on a carbon gravel bike. Or the company will do a thing like Specialized or Niner, and they'll add suspension in places so that the bike rides a little smoother. Revel's figured out a way to avoid doing that and just make the bike super comfy and plush. Still stiff enough to get up and hammer. As a road bike, not my favorite road bike, but it's not a road bike, it's a gravel bike. So if I want to get on the bike, leave my house and ride whatever the hell I want, this is a great tool for me. It's got short chain stays, it's really tight turning, and honestly, one of the things that I like the most is the fit is so perfect for me out of the box. It is like, I couldn't have imagined a better fit. I have a hard time with bike fits. I'm like 6 foot, but I got a long torso and tiny little legs. So for a lot of bikes, I end up having to make a bunch of adjustments to make sure that everything's in line. On this bike, I didn't have to do shit. I just built the bike and rolled on with it. All right, so I think that mountain bike companies make the best gravel bikes. I think as the focus becomes less on making a road bike more gravelly, and it becomes trying to apply to a target demographic that already buys bikes to go have fun on. My two favorite gravel bikes ever have been Santa Cruz Stigmata and this Revel Rover. So I think there's something in the water at these mountain bike brands that allows them to look at some of this geometry a little different. I'm sure you'll see it after, but the chain stays kind of shaped a little weird. Sort of similar to a Stigmata, but bigger. So it's an interesting look, gives it a little offset, and I think it gives the back end an interesting feel. Last thing, tire width. You can run a huge 700 by 50. You can run a 29 by 2.1 probably. I mean, this thing is massive. I'm actually, the one thing I'm gonna change is I'm gonna go flat bar. I'm gonna change this thing out to a gravel bike with a flat bar setup because I think it rides that much like a mountain bike. But distance wise, I mean, I've done some long rides on this thing already, and it's enjoyable. It's comfortable, it's fun, it's where I wanna be. So that's the Revel Rover. Go ride one if you get the opportunity. It's certainly my cup of tea.